That's good. We are on live now. I mean, I think it just takes, a few more seconds for the audiences to get connected and so on.
Yeah.
By this time, tell me about the weather in Finland. How is it over
The
there?
weather in Finland.
Yes, please. How
Oh,
is it?
I have been so tired clearing the snow.
But still, is better because it's better than dark. I mean, you know.
Well, yeah, in a way, it is better than any sort of slush or like rainy weather. But then it has been really snowing heavily in the past days. And day before yesterday, and yesterday I was actually going to other campuses of ours, and
Okay.
that was a nightmare to drive. Trust me.
Okay, I understand. I understand. This is how it works actually here.
Yeah,
Um, Same here actually in Sweden right now. It is a lots of snow, but but this is how it is. But I always enjoy like when in Christmas there is snow
of
rather
course.
than there is no snow.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Otherwise you won't get the Christmas feeling, without snow.
I know.
So this is what I like. All right then. So dear audiences, today we'll be start talking about study in Finland, and we do, and of course we'll be talking about about GEMC, Southern Eastern University of Eastern Finland. Here we do have a special guest from GEMC, is Mr. Budin. So Budin, could you please introduce yourself?
Absolutely. Well, hello everybody. Um, I don't know how many you are there, but I'm anyway happy to be here. Thank you, Avijit, for inviting me over. Yeah, my name is Grigory Budin, and I work as a senior education export specialist and also a team leader for a unit of education export. However, today I will be talking about our regular degree study opportunities. And I myself not a Finn actually. I'm a Russian. I moved to Finland like 15 years ago, and since then I have been working and studying in Finland. So I trust, besides the information which I share with you today about our university, I may be very eager to share you the information about my personal experience of actually being a foreign student in Finland
Surely.
and living after coming here after graduating. So feel free to ask questions, and I think the whole presentation of mine, or well, I'm not going to call it a performance, but at least my story about the university and about my own experience will be sort of like a mixture today. And
Surely.
I personally would prefer to actually go to questions at some point, and perhaps I will be able to provide you with some like really valuable insights into actually being a foreigner in Finland.
Surely. So yeah, we are also looking forward to hear the presentation from you. So yes, here you go.
Okay, thank you. I will make sure to keep it short,
Sure, no problem, no problem.
but
You can take
still
your time.
still informative.
Yes,
So we're University of Applied Sciences, which is located in the southeastern part of the country, and we have four campuses in four different towns, and in total we are accommodate about 11,000 students. And all for the future is our motto. That's how we see the education in our facilities. That's what we actually hope our students are feeling about studying with us. We try to provide all of our students, be that degree students, non-degree students, short-term students, with a sense of what it can be after a few years from now, and that basically also shapes our approach to teaching. So what we try to teach is not what's happening now, but we try to sort of breed up a new generation of people who will be responsible, who will be able to, and who will be willing to contribute to the society. And of course, we want our graduate students to stay with us after graduation. So We also try to connect them to the local markets, to the local communities, to businesses, so that they actually see the opportunity to stay. But enough of words, so let's go to the presentation actually.
Sure.
So you can see the full name of our university.
Yes.
On the slide, it's Southeastern Finland University of Applied Sciences, and it says here we are the Institute of Higher Education, which focuses on well-being, technology, and creative industries. And we especially value a lot courage and curiosity. Uh, when it comes to figures, we like our last year turnover was about euro. As a plain figure, it probably doesn't tell much, but it just shows that we try to invest money into our facilities. We try to invest money into our premises, into the software that is used by the students during the education process. So, and of course, into the personnel, like into the teachers. As you can see, we have about 340 teachers and about 550, 570 other staff, which is like either RDI, research and development personnel, or then administration. Like I am not a teacher in the university, I represent the administration of it. In total, we have like about 800 employees here. And as you can see, for campuses, Mikkeli being the largest one, then it's followed by Kotka campus, Kovo, and Savonlinna. I bet it doesn't tell you much. These are quite small towns. Well, Finland itself is not the most populated country in the world, so as you may know. Each of our towns is populated with some roughly 55,000 people,
Yes.
uh, which makes it actually quite easy for students to live there. And usually students receive quite top quality services, both from us at the university and from the city. So in that respect, it's sort of like really convenient to study with us. Uh, Avijit, how well are they aware of the education system in Finland? Shall I actually pay specific attention to this slide, or can I just skip it?
No, you can skip it. I mean, yeah, they're
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Well, as we are the University of Applied Sciences, what we do, we sort of facilitate very practical approach to education. And students of ours, they learn by doing things. And for that reason, we have like a lot of facilities like labs. Besides labs, we have a lot of simulations. And for example, on this slide, you can see very unique piece of device, the only in Europe simulator of ambulance car. And it has been designed by our teacher and has been implemented by our university. It costed roughly €500,000 to actually build it up. But now we're the proud owners of this car, and we train our students who actually study nursing. We train with this car, the paramedics, for example, and the nurses. And also, we use these sort of like lab facilities for the local companies when they want to train their staff. And that basically means that the level of equipment that we have is quite quite high quality one, and it definitely corresponds with the market need in that respect. So that's another strong point of our university. We sort of prepare the students for the real market, and when you would graduate from us, you would be actually ready to start working immediately because you have been trained with all the equipment which is used in the industries. So in that respect, that's really like a strong point. And when it comes to actual studies, We have 80-degree programs. Uh, 48 are in bachelor's level, and the remaining part is in master level degree programs. And as I said already, about 11,000 students. But when it comes to um, international students body and international studies, we have 6 international bachelor's degree programs, and later on you will see the list of them. And approximately 500 international students study with us, like on degree level. Adding to this 500, another 600 people who come on exchanges and double degree studies, so will result in some like over 1,000 international students studying with us throughout the year. And I mean, that's super cool because you will actually be studying together with people from 65 different countries and experiencing a lot of international contact in your life here in Finland. So, in that respect, welcome to apply and welcome to add up to these 65 countries where the students come from. I do see there are like certain questions coming up, but let me first finish with the presentation. As I promised to you, it's going to be very short, literally a couple of more slides left. And then we actually can discuss, and I will tell about the scholarship systems, about the entry requirements, and all of this stuff. So, when it comes to international degree programs, as I said, we have 6 bachelor's level degree programs, which you can see here, like the larger tiles. To name them, it's Digital International Business, which lasts 3.5 years. Well-being management, it's a bit specific program in that respect that it might not be very clear for most of the people what it is about, but just to put it short, it's a combination of healthcare studies and business or management studies. And it lasts 3.5 years, and it's offered online, well, in hybrid mode, but most of it is online. Um, we have game design, a definitely very unique program for Finland, and we are actually the only educator in Finland who teaches it in English. Probably the most competitive program of all our programs that we have. Only 22 seats per year, so you can imagine like how many students actually willing to get there. But uh, it's definitely worth trying. People who apply and who get through the application, who got admitted to this game design program, they're probably the most happy people in our university. First of all, because they have excellent like career opportunities, even without the Finnish language, and that's another thing that we need to talk during this session. And second of all, they actually have the access to labor markets in their own field of expertise, like probably from the second year of their studies here. So in that respect, if you are good in drawing, if you have creative mind, perhaps my advice would be that you shall try at least to apply to this degree. Another one which we have is environmental engineering. That's another hybrid program, and it focuses on environmental studies in industry. Um, Not the most popular, but definitely like it has own customers, so to say, own students. And it might be a bit challenging to continue the career in Finland without actually possessing good level of Finnish language when it comes to environmental engineering field. But on the other hand, we as a university will offer you the opportunity to study Finnish to a quite decent level. And when I tell about the scholarships, one of them, or actually two of them, are based upon your English level, sorry, not English, Finnish language proficiency and studies. So we'll tell you more soon. And two more programs remaining on the bachelor's level, IT, which is a 4-year program, completely on site. Students will be studying information technology with a sense of programming, and at some point you will actually be able to choose your specialization, whether that's be like system administration or programming or hardware. So this usually happens during the third year of studies. And the last but not the least, a degree in nursing. It's a 4 year degree program, or 3.5 actually, which is sort of bilingual in that respect that students are not expected to speak in Finnish when they begin the studies, and they will be studying in English, but gradually the language of tuition will be turning towards Finnish. So we will educate you the Finnish language, and starting from the third year of your studies, the English taught courses will be sort of like substitute with the Finnish taught courses, because you may imagine, like, if you want to be successfully employed in the field of healthcare, it's a must to speak local language, and for that reason we have planned the program in a way that uh, we let you study Finnish language in a like relatively easy way. And we also have master level programs. It's business administration or international business management, actually, uh, rehabilitation program, and we also have a program which is called Master of Naturopathy. All of these master level programs are part time, and that basically means that you will not have like full time studies. Instead, you will have to be on campus like maybe once a month for a couple of days in a row, and everything else is like independent studies by student. And important thing to to outline here is that part-time studies do not provide you a legal ground for application for the residence permit based on studies. So in this respect, of course you may apply, but please keep that in mind. Um, and when it comes to the scholarships, I can see one of the comments there in the list is about the scholarships. So we have like three major scholarships. One is the early bird scholarship, so it applies only for the like to the first year students, and it's provided in case a newly admitted student accepts the study place within a week after it's been like sort of offered, and pays the tuition fee within 2 weeks. So in this case, if you do that, you will receive 50% discount for the first year of tuition. And as you might have noticed from the last slide, uh, an annual tuition fee is 9,700 euro for the bachelor's level studies. So if you go with the early bird, it means that you will have to pay only half of this amount for the first year. Then we have academic progress scholarship, and to put it short, each student who has obtained at least 55 ECTS credits per year is eligible to apply for it, and will get 50% of the paid scholarship refunded to the own account. So it also applies to the first year. So if you kind of started your studies with us with the early bird scholarship, paying just what was it, like 400 and or 4,850 euro. So you still are eligible for the academic progress scholarship, and you will get a chance to get refunded half, like half of this amount, meaning like 2,000, like 400 roughly will be refunded to your account after the first year of studies, and then you will need to pay like 9,700 for the next year, but then you still can get 50% refunded upon completion of the following year of studies. So basically, it works throughout the whole educational cycle, and you can apply for it 4 times. And then we have a Finnish language proficiency scholarship, which is given just once and only to the graduate students who have managed to receive a Finnish language certificate, which is called ykkötesti in Finnish, and it's a national certification of your Finnish language possession. And if you successfully get it before your graduation, so upon graduation, we will pay you 5,000 euro as a scholarship, like special scholarship for your success in learning Finnish language. And there's also like the fourth scholarship, which is not listed here, but it's quite small. But it's like 200 euro being paid for each 5 ECDS credits obtained for studying Finnish language. So we try to motivate our students study Finnish quite a lot. And the reason why we do that is because we want you, first of all, stay with us in our region. We want you to contribute to our society, and we want you to be a part of it upon graduation. And to be a part of it, quite often it requires Finnish language skills. I mean, there are a lot of foreigners living here, a lot of English speakers. Finns do speak English really well. So, from the point of view of you living here, you will face no problems most likely with communication. But when it comes to career opportunities, we strongly recommend students speaking Finnish at least to some extent because this will be huge help to you. So please keep this in mind when applying to abroad. I think it actually applies not only to Finland but to any other country where you go. And well, I think that's actually pretty much what I was planning to tell you about us. But I'm happy to answer the questions, and of course, I bet Avijit will provide you with the web links to our web page where you can actually get like really extensive, detailed information about the degree program in question, about application procedure. Oh yeah, the application procedure, I must mention it. All of the 6 degree programs that I have mentioned before, they are a part of joint application, meaning that you will have to submit an online application in January, and then you will be invited to participate in an online test or online exam, which will take place most likely in February or March. And then the studies will begin in late August. So that's the timeline. But now, do you happen to have any questions based on what I have told you, or would you like to tell them, like, to hear more about like some individual degree programs? I have the information; it's just a matter of time.
Hey, Budin, you can hear
Yeah,
me, right?
yeah, I can.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for the presentation. Is it the last slide?
Yeah, it pretty much is.
Okay. Yeah, no, because few of the students they are interested to know about, like, actually, yeah, scholarship things. You already discussed it, and one of the questions came actually like with student is asking for the master's degree, but so far I know your master's degree is online, isn't it?
Well, they're part time. They're not online. They're part time. But no, IELTS is not required for none of our degree programs. So,
Okay.
so when it comes to English language, we will check it during the entrance exam, or then when it comes to masters, it's going to be an interview.
Yeah. So all right then, and entrance exam and so on. Okay, so that was the questions. Actually, like most of the things you have already discussed as like a.
Mm.
So I think like mostly what we can emphasize here, like about the date. Timeline,
Yeah,
application timeline. You can emphasize it, please, little bit.
sure. When it comes to application timeline, so I would suggest you like sort of try to divide it like into like a various steps because it will be easier to follow them. So the first step is the online application. and it will take place in January. We can check the web page. If you go to our web page, which is here actually, it's called xamk.fi. If you go to apply to degree programs, uh, you will straight away be redirected to the page which lists each and every step related to the application. And so we can see the joint application spring 2023. This is what we have to look for. So the application period will be from the 4th to the 18th of January. And you will need to submit, if you need to submit certain attachments, which are like physical papers, you will have to do it by the 25th of January. And then, as I said, in late February, early March, you will have to pass the entrance exams. And these are either online exam. Of course, the students will be given the opportunity to pass them in our premises, but I mean, I don't see much sense in doing that. So you can participate online, and then by the end of May, we will actually try to publish the admission results, so that before
Yes.
summer you will already know if you're accepted or not. And then if you are accepted, you will receive the letter of acceptance or admission letter, to which you will have to respond by confirming your study place with us and then paying the tuition fee and proceeding with all the other like technical issues, which will be explained in the admission letter. And then the studies will start late August. Like usually, it's the last week of August. You will start with the orientation week, where you will get to know the teachers, the tutors, the facilities. We will introduce you the student administration system. You will get your passwords, usernames, and stuff. And in September, the actual studies will begin. So
Yes, that's good. So here I would like to add with Budin that, like, dear students, like, you, if you want to apply for Finland, you must have to do it bit quickly. Though, like, application period will be started for most of the universities, and of course, like, with GEMC, it will be started from 4 to 18th of January as
yeah,
for the joint application round. But the fact is that after that you won't get much time, so you have to do the things very on time. So if some of the students, sometimes their documents is not ready and this and that, so you have to be very careful for that. So you must have to do all of your own research by this time, so that, like, when the application period will be started, you don't have to wait such a long time to make the application. And at the same time, of course, if you cannot do it and if you don't know how to do it and so on, if you have any more queries, feel free to ask us right now, or on the screen you do have our contact details. Please feel free to contact with us, and then we'll help you regarding this matter.
yeah,
Because sometimes, students, what they think, like, they think, okay, we do have time, and later on, actually, like, they like to do it very lately. This is what I've noticed, actually, because this is the problem. And sometimes then later on they realize that sometimes their documents is not ready, this and that problems. So that will be a problem. So dear students, I will request you all, please get ready with your documents. This is really important.
yeah, absolutely. And if I could also like comment in here, like another important thing. Well, first of all, let's be positive and
Yes.
optimistic, and that you are accepted as degree students. So the first thing that you will actually have to do is to apply for the accommodation.
Yes.
That's like one of the major, well, I wouldn't call it a problem, but some students think that they will get a student residence automatically, which is not the
Mm.
case. You will have to act fast because there are a lot of students coming in, a lot of students actually applying for the hostels or dormitories. So it's you need to act fast. Also, like same like with the documents, with the application, you have to do that with the accommodation. You will relax when you come here. Trust
Yes.
me. Studying in Finland is not very demanding. Like it's very
No,
interesting actually.
it is.
So you will have a lot of fun, and we like our educational process is usually arranged in a way that it's not so much about theoretical studies. It's more about you working in groups, you actually doing something, trying to like to do some projects, and we will try to also connect you to the people who actually work in the area where you study, so that you will be able to communicate to them and see how like what has been their path from students to the professional. So we try to keep it like really entertaining. I mean, the whole educational process is not just about reading books. It's a combination of great fun and fun activities, the extracurricular activities.
Yes. So yeah, this is also important because as like Badin said, so whenever you will get the, I mean, admission confirmation, please apply for your accommodation also. Like it's really important things because so later on, because of course it is not only you students from different parts of the world they're coming to Finland, and then like you, I mean, otherwise you will be in queue. And it will take you some time, I mean, to get that, I mean, accommodation. So please, I mean, it's not difficult, but you have to make the application on time and so on. You have to manage it with your time. Actually, that is more important thing.
Yeah.
um I think like we are almost, I mean, you cleared out all of the things actually, so students has understood everything, I mean, more or less. So that's why like here we go another things, like student is saying like, yes, I want to go to Finland. So of course I will say you are most welcome to come to Finland actually. and
Absolutely.
and that's what we are here for.
Indeed.
Yes. So if we do not have any more questions for now, I mean, then actually we don't want to take the session for a very long time, so that means like students has understood everything and so on. And the good thing is that this video will be recorded with us later on, so that even students, if you have missed it, you can watch it later on as well. This is the purpose of this session as well. So in this stage I would like to really thanks Badin for joining us in this session,
Thank
for
you.
joining us in this session actually. And if you have any final comments, please make your comments for the audience.
Not much of comments, rather cheering you up. If you feel like going abroad, I mean, like studying abroad is a great opportunity to actually build your own career the way you want it. I'm not saying that you must come to Finland. I mean, like there are a lot of nice destinations. Finland is one of them, and it's a country that has been actually that has been called the happiest country in the world for the past three
Yes.
years in a row. So perhaps you shall consider it as well as a destination. But in general, try it. Like don't think that you are not good enough or something. That's it's not the thing.
Yes.
Like just be curious. Uh, try to apply. Try to like try your luck and try your knowledge. Trust
Yes.
me, it's not as hard as you might think to actually be here. And when it comes to physical relocation, which is again like it's a huge step for people. I mean, like, and especially if you need to move from south to the north, it's like, yeah, it's a big thing. It's a big change as well. But usually, the Nordic countries are very welcoming to the foreigners, and people are really like helpful here, and they will be glad to assist you. And I can see there is like a part-time job question, which is
Yeah.
that's a good question actually. Well, uh, we on university campus don't have like any part-time job opportunities except for project works, which would come during the like most likely past years of your studies. But otherwise, students are allowed to work. and actually you can work up to 30 hours per week, which is, I mean, that's quite a lot. And usually we like our students, they do find the opportunities to work. It's like no fancy jobs, of course,
No,
but
I
still
understand.
there is a chance to do that. It's basically depends on you, how much you want it, like how hard you try it. But yes, there are opportunities for it.
Yes, students are doing that actually. Like even see, I mean, as like Budin, I mean, you were a student there once upon a time, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So you started, and then I mean, now you got your position to work at the university. It's really good things actually. And even like I was international students too. Like I studied in UK and Sweden and also Belgium, and then I started my own companies and doing it here. So the fact is, I mean, the reason I'm saying this because I mean, when you are doing studies, you'll have other opportunities as well.
yeah,
So there are always opportunities, but mostly depends on you or us, like how we are grabbing it.
exactly.
But I will say, I mean, of course I didn't study in Finland, but so far I understand Finland is a country of the opportunity. And as like in recent years they're becoming more open for international students, that is actually very very positive. Like those of us, we are working for the country for last couple of years, we knew that actually that the differences, right? But in
Mhm.
like 3 4 years back, it was not like what we are now, you know what I mean?
No, 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 no.
But nowadays it's like more opening.
That's
Whole
absolutely
country
true.
is more opening for everything. So seems like there even Finnish government and so on, so everyone is opening up their border for the international students. More job opportunities are creating and so on, so it's really great things
Yeah,
actually. Like the students has also asked like as she joined lately, I mean, just shortly tell her about the scholarship opportunity, just shortly, I mean.
yeah. Well, there are opportunities. Basically, three major opportunities to get scholarship. It's early bird when you get 50% discount for the first year of studies. You have to act fast though. There is a academic progress scholarship which entitles each and every student to receive 50% refund from the state tuition fee if the student progresses fine enough. So you need to get like at least 55 ECTS credits per year to be eligible for this scholarship. And then we have like another major scholarship, which is paid upon graduation to all the students who have successfully passed national Finnish language certification. We will pay like 5,000 euro one time to each student who has it. So that's what comes to the scholarships. I have been explaining this during like the presentation, and as Avijit said, it would be recorded. So perhaps you may want to have a look at it after it's published and see like a bit more detailed information about what sort of scholarships and degree programs we offer here.
Yes. So anyway, thanks for your questions. I mean, hope you got the answers actually. So as there is no more questions for now, I mean, as actually I think we discussed more or less whatever, I mean, we wanted to discuss, I mean, so everything is fine. So before we ended up, I mean, Budin, please make final comments, and as I said, like final, if you want to say anything to the students, because these videos will be recorded and they can watch it later on as well, so please tell them something.
Absolutely. Well, no more information or
Yes.
anything, but rather, well, my warm welcome to Finland, and I really hope to see as many nationalities studying with us in the future as possible, because well, the current world is actually about internationalization and about
Yes.
like thinking out of the box, global thinking, like and tolerance. So that's what we're trying to educate as well in our university. So welcome, and as I said, hope to see you all there.
All right then. So thanks, Budin, and thanks to everyone, I mean, for joining the sessions. And thanks, especially Barin, to come here. I know you are very busy, but still you came here to join us. So it was my pleasure to host you here today. And dear students, so today we had session about study in Finland and especially about GEMC. And so please feel free to ask your queries even now or later on. Even on the screen, you do have our contact details. So if you need any more information, please feel free to contact us, and then we'll help you for your upcoming applications and other things. And thanks, Badin, and thanks everyone for joining the sessions. Take care. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you. Take
Thank
care.
you. Thank you.